It has been another disastrous week for Elon Musk's Tesla. As European Tesla sales have collapsed, Tesla's self-driving software trial in China has been halted, and the protests continue. Yes, the stock has bounced back a little bit, but the company is in a full-blown nosedive. Now, here's what's going on. Sales are collapsing. Public opinion has turned. And the company's most hyped product, its so-called full self-driving software, has just been halted in one of the biggest markets in the world. Now, the real story here is not about a business failure per se. This is a self-inflicted political disaster at its core, directly tied to Elon Musk's choice to align himself with Donald Trump, the Trump administration, and Doge. Now, here's what's going on. In Europe, Tesla's market share of electric vehicle sales has plummeted by 58% in the first 2 months of 2025. Not a typo, okay? The company went from owning nearly 1/5 of the market, close to 20% of EV sales in Europe, down to just 7.7%. Now, in the meantime, it's not because EV sales are shrinking. In fact, electric vehicle sales in Europe are up 26%. So this is not a shrinking pie. This is a growing pie of which Tesla is getting pushed out and has an increasingly smaller and smaller share. The reason why is a backlash against Elon Musk himself, in addition to a growing number of great options for electric vehicles in Europe and around the world. Now, of course, Elon Musk recently appeared at this far-right rally in Germany in support of the extreme right Alternative for Germany party, the AfD. And at the same time, Chinese automakers are just dominating. BYD is the world's largest EV maker. Huge sales increases in Europe, up 94% in February alone. And what this means is that Chinese brands and European brands are kind of feasting on this growing EV market, and Tesla is sinking. Now, back here in the United States, protests against Tesla have erupted. As many of you know, we've covered it. It's been triggered by Elon Musk's prominent partnership with Donald Trump and his administration. Protesters are targeting Tesla stores, and they're raising alarm about the company's role, slashing federal programs, laying off government workers, the connection, of course, being Elon Musk. Now, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it again because I don't want to hear about it again. David, how can you support the violence? I oppose all violence and criminality in so doing, in so protesting Tesla. People should hurt Tesla at the cash register, not with crimes. Don't buy the cars. Don't support the brand. But the point here is that the growing outrage really cannot be ignored. In Palm Beach County, a man drove into a crowd of anti-Tesla demonstrators, furious that people would have the gall to protest Tesla. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but this is a sign of how toxic Tesla's political associations have become. Now, we add to all of this another problem, which is that Tesla's much hyped full self-driving software, which Elon Musk for a decade has been saying, we are months away from it being totally ready for prime time. The self-driving software hit a snag in China. After launching a limited time free trial of the system, Tesla has suddenly paused the entire rollout, saying there is a regulatory approval problem because China's data laws don't allow Tesla to train its AI using local vehicle data. And that's really the foundation of the entire product. You need China data in order to properly train the software to function better in China. So this is not a minor hiccup. This is really like a technological brick wall. Tesla has 2 million cars on the road in China. None of that driving data can be used to train the system. And the country's Ministry of Industry is now saying they need regulatory approval for all autonomous software updates. Tesla doesn't have it. So Tesla is being hit from all sides. Sales are down, global protests, halted technology. And this is self-inflicted. This is a self-inflicted story. It all ties back to one thing, Elon Musk's decision to politicize the company, to tie himself to one of the most divisive and arguably incompetent figures in modern history. He could have focused on innovation, and instead he chose Trump. He's hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, linking together utensils. I don't know if you saw that video from the weekend. And Tesla is now paying the price. So I don't support the destruction of property. I don't support the crimes or any of it. What I support is people using speech, and remember that money is speech and not spending money a certain place is speech. I support people peacefully protesting and encouraging others to act in the same way. It is speech to go and say, hey, you know what? You should really reconsider Tesla, given what Elon Musk is up to. Here's 15 other EVs that are great alternatives. Now, it's sad to see. I'm getting some emails from Tesla fanboys going, oh, David, you're soured on it. Yeah, I'm soured on it. I'm not someone who was ideologically opposed to Tesla. Tesla, over the last decade, has advanced electric vehicle battery technology dramatically. It is thanks to Tesla saying, hey, we've got a 300-mile range vehicle, that just about every legacy automaker has now come to the table, Ford, Audi, everybody, and is putting together electric vehicles. There's no doubt about that. I did sour. I used to drive a Tesla. I used to be a Tesla investor. And because we have a capitalist free market system here, at least when it comes to vehicles, sort of. I mean, of course, we have the subsidies and okay. But the point here is I have decided to vote with my dollars. I no longer have a Tesla. I have a Rivian. The CEO, as far as I know, isn't a fascist. The vehicle, in my opinion, is better built. The range is 410. I think it's better. And now I'm evangelizing for that. That's right. It's called capitalism. It's called the free market. Tesla's paying the price. I encourage others to legally use their speech to advocate for what they believe is right. That's what I'm doing. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what The Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get The Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.